You get to that spot. At that point, you'll get out of your car, look at one of the light poles in the lot you're in, and scan the QR code.
That code then allows you to enter credit card payment information, or those who prepaid jump immediately to entering their license plate information to activate the parking. The annual video game convention will soon fill the halls of the Bayard Center in downtown Milwaukee.
While the Midwest Gaming Classic features many adults showcasing their coveted consoles, cabinets, and cartridges, founder Dan Lucen tells Wisconsin's Morning News the event also hopes to showcase classic gaming to the next generation.
A lot of shows that are like us didn't focus on bringing younger kids in originally, and we did that very early on.
Lucen says many kids have their first introduction to Atari, ColecoVision, and other classic consoles at the convention.
We want to make sure that the next generation gets to see what this is like.
Adam Roberts, WTMJ News.
The convention opens April 5th. Sports, traffic, and weather are next. Siding Unlimited, WTMJ News Time, 6:04.
The sooner you address your joint pain, the better. You really don't want your pain to become chronic, to a point when surgery may become your only option. Address your joint pain issues early and calm down that inflammation and increase your mobility. Get the joints moving again and the blood circulating. That could be very beneficial. Plus, why not just feel better sooner? By coming to Rejuvenex, at the very least we can alleviate your pain, so you can feel and move better to help you live a better quality of life. Don't you deserve at least that? Multi-joint treatments at Rejuvenex can cost as little as, well, nothing. That's because we are in network with almost all major insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid. So you really have nothing to lose, except a very good chance of living with a lot less pain. This is Richard Salinas, registered nurse with Rejuvenex Arthritis Clinics, where we can alleviate your pain and rejuvenate your life.
Rejuvenex. Alleviate your pain. Rejuvenate your life.
Go to rejuvenex.com to request your appointment.
So he said to me, boy, oh boy, do you got the boulders. And I said, you betcha. And he said, do you mind if I cherry pick? And I said, feel free. They're all beautiful and they're all granite. Sparkling pinks, blues, and grays from 4 to 36 inches. And they're all priced right because we buy direct from the source nationwide to give you the look you want. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection. Well, if you need flagstone for your new natural patio, Erickson's is the place to find it. We have the largest selection and 15 styles to choose from. And for decorative stone, Erickson's is your best choice. Our decorative stone is trucked in from all over the country. We buy straight from the quarry and cut out the middleman to keep your prices nice and low. Erickson's Landscape Supply. High quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All Sports Desk. A victory for the Brewers on opening day in New York against the Mets. Final score 3-1 this afternoon. The crew returns to Milwaukee for the home opener against the Minnesota Twins at American Family Field on Tuesday. Your WTMJ Brewers opening day live coverage starts at 11. The Bucks back on the court tomorrow night. They're in Atlanta taking on the Hawks. Tip-off at 6:30 and coverage begins at 6 here on WTMJ. 4 games in the college basketball tournament tonight. Marquette faces NC State at 6:09. This college basketball update tournament update brought to you by Outdoor Living Unlimited. Taking a look at the roads with your Johnson & Sons paving time saver traffic. We've got a crash blocking the right lane on 4145 South right now. That's at the ramp from Burleigh Street. We've got another incident on another crash, I should say, on the exit to Plankinton Avenue from 4394 North. And finally, we've got some debris blocking the right shoulder on 4394 North, about a half a mile beyond 894 East. Time for your Storm Team 4 5-day forecast. Tonight, scattered showers with isolated thunder possible, a low of 36. On Saturday, we'll see early morning showers, then mostly cloudy skies with a high of 48 on the lakeside and 51 inland. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance for evening showers, a high of 45. Monday, a chance for rain, otherwise cloudy and breezy with a high of 45. Tuesday, another chance for rain, cloudy and breezy again, a high of 42. On Wednesday, a slight chance for a shower, partly to mostly cloudy skies with a high of 44. Right now in Madison, it's 50 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 45. In Waukesha, it's 41. And in Milwaukee, it's 39 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:08.
Your need-to-know cultural snapshot of Wisconsin and beyond. This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max. A deep dive into all things intriguing, riveting, and entertaining. Now, here's your host, Sandy Max.
It is Good Friday, the last Fish Fry Friday of this Lenten season, and you are hearing an ideal song for this Wisconsin tradition made by a couple of Wisconsin men. Who is singing this song? Fish Fry Friday?
Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday.
How did they create this amusing musical masterpiece? On this episode of What's on Tap, my guests are the creative duo Dieter and Joey, the men who made that music happen. And let's meet these local musicians.
Well, I'm Dieter Sturm, live down here in Lake Geneva, Wisconsin. Long time, forever Wisconsinite.
Joseph Kellenhofer, a musician from Lake Geneva, originally from Lake Geneva. We both have musician attributes. We both love to create, sing, mix, you name it, anything involved with musicianship. We're all over it.
But we're not that serious either.
You have created a joyful tune called Fish Fry Friday. And I will tell you, when the Lenten season began, I did a search. I'm like, there's got to be some fun music. And when I found the perfectly titled song, Fish Fry Friday, and then I discovered, wait a minute, not only is it fun, it's got perfect lyrics, it's created by two Wisconsin guys. It checked all my boxes. This is wonderful. Who came up with this song idea, Dieter or Joey?
Dieter.
Yeah, I came up with the song. It was like something that needed to be done. It was kind of like an anthem for the end of the week. I mean, I've done Fish Fry Fridays forever as far as living here in Wisconsin. I look forward to Fridays for Fish Fry Friday because you get to go out with your friends. You get to have a really good meal, have maybe a good brandy old fashioned or, beer. And that's what Wisconsin is. And I too, the same thing. I searched for a song and just did not come up with anything. So I said to Joey, I said, let's do a song together and such. And, let's take all the things that we know about Fish Fry Friday in Wisconsin, the whole experience, and try to put it together in a song.
I think you did it very, very well. So, Joey, Dieter comes to you and says, this has to happen. We can solve a problem that the world has. There is no perfect Fish Fry Friday song. What's your immediate response?
Oh my fish. Yeah, I ran from the water and dove in, actually.
You went all in.
Got my fishing pole, and started at the lake.
Well, and I'm not a musician, so that's where Joey came in, and he's also an awesome vocalist. And I used to watch him in bands around the area, and incredible guitarist, and he's a great writer too of music. I've had a chance to listen to a lot of his originals. And it's like, yes, this is the guy I got to get together and stuff. So we sat down and he kind of really gave me this weird stare like, you want to write a song about what? And I said, come on, it's going to be famous. It's going to be awesome. And every single Friday, everybody's going to be playing it forever and ever.
And if I remember correctly, I believe the first pitch that I brought to Dieter as just the soundtrack, he went, no, I don't think so. And to my surprise, I moved on and kept writing, segments. And he finally jumped on something that sounded workable for what he was after.
And people don't realize how difficult it actually is to write music and actually to write lyrics. I thought this will be easy. This will be a lot of fun. How long did we spend on this? Probably like
Collectively, probably 6 months.
6 months. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And that's from writing lyrics and trying to, work on them to flow and to sound right. And of course, what it's also, it's a story, because it's a story about working all week and then looking forward to the weekend. And then the story of getting together with your family and with your friends.
Right.
And then, the delicious, fish fry, offerings, because, it's traditional. You got the fish, you got, the potato pancakes, you got the coleslaw, you've got the tartar sauce, you've got the lemons, you got the bread baskets. That's what it's about. And then as we wanted to add a little flip at the end there too, then it's like, okay, we had a great time. Now let's get home without the cops catching us, because now we've had some brandy old fashions and, we're stuffed to the gills, and we just got to make sure we get home safely.
Your song is a creative way to capture a slice of Wisconsin culture. More creative conversation and the songs of Dieter and Joey of Lake Geneva next on What's on Tap.
Woo! Hey, this is Ben Brust from Kyle Brust and Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin. People can't stop screaming about the Screamin' Sicilian frozen pizza, and no wonder. There's plenty to scream about, like the buttery stone-fired crust, secret recipe tomato sauce, mounds of whole milk mozzarella, and tons of premium toppings. Find Screamin' Sicilian in your local grocer's freezer and find out for yourself why Sporked called Screamin' Sicilian's holy pepperoni frozen pizza the best of the best. Screamin' Sicilian, taste what all the screamin' is about.
Hey, I'm Sandy Max, WTMJ, and as you're getting together with family over this Easter weekend and checking in with your parents or some other loved ones, are they at a stage where it's just getting difficult to maintain the home, complaining about repairs and just keeping up with everything? Well, maybe 2024 is that year. This is the year to donate the shovels, the salt buckets, the ladders, and let the kind folks at Three Pillars handle all of that. Located in scenic Lake Country, Three Pillars is the state's top-rated senior living community, a safe, serene setting for you or your loved ones. And they offer a full continuum of care, so you're covered every step of the way. Make an appointment to tour Three Pillars today at threepillars.org.
Hi, I'm Jim Token, president of the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee. Did you know that Adam members employ more than 7,500 people? Plus, Adam recently completed their 14th annual Feeding America Change Your Oil promotion. To date, Adam has donated over $875,000, which provided over 2.6 million meals. Start your next car search by finding an Adam member dealer at adam.com. That's ADAMM.com.
When a new baby is added to the mix, saving money becomes a real priority. Shopping at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores can help. With an abundance of baby clothing and toys, all thrift store priced at pennies on the dollar. You'll spend a little to get a lot. Find great deals on gently used baby clothes and toys at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield and 23rd and Lincoln in Milwaukee.
Ooh, you're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
You're listening to What's on Tap with Sandy Max on WTMJ.
Dieter and Joey are the Lake Geneva duo who created this catchy and timely song, Fish Fry Friday, an anthem for the end of the week, as they describe it. And Dieter Sturm and Joey Kelnhofer are my guests on What's on Tap. And guys, was it this musical idea that brought you together, or did you know each other before creating the Fish Fry Friday song?
Oh, yes, we did.
We did know each other for quite some time as just kind of acquaintances, and then we started becoming more friends and stuff. And then we've collaborated too. We've written a song called Bacon Bacon.
Splatters, pops, and sizzles for that perfect char. Don't care if it burns me, worth every scar. Bacon, 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 bacon. We love our bacon, crispy bacon. La 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 la, la la la, la la la, la la la.
We've got another song we're reviving now called Reggae Polka, We Be German.
Yep.
That's where we actually mix, reggae and polka together to come up with We Be German.
If you like sauerkraut with beer, the Danube Waltz brings a tear. It's almost certain, have no fear. You be German, you be German.
Joey and I are collaborating on doing a rewrite on the whole thing. We'd love to try to do a music video on it and such, but it's a brand new genre of music. I worked in radio back actually in the 70s, WZOU radio with Larry the Legend and David Haynes. Maybe some of your listeners remember those guys and stuff. And I remember working in a recording studio up on Capitol Drive there at the station. And there was actually an album I came across where they crossed some genres of music. And it was like, wow, that's kind of interesting. And one that I remember very vividly was something called punk country. And it was, and the lyrics were, I want to whip your cow, show me how I want to hear her moo, so do you. And I always thought that was funny, and I remembered that for years and years and years. So then when we came into something about actually this, I kept hearing Bob Marley's We Be Jammin', and then I thought, well, we be German, you know, and so I thought, maybe we could make a song out of that too. That would be kind of fun. But then I kind of started realizing you don't want to kind of touch the Bob Marley world, you know, because it is kind of sacred song and music and in certain senses and stuff. So it's like, let's just write one from scratch. We've been working on that. That's going to be very, very fun because you're taking accordions, you know, you're taking tubas and then mixing it with steel drums. And it's a nice mix of reggae and polka.
Where can we keep up with your musical journey? Where can we find your songs?
YouTube, and Facebook and Instagram. Officially, just look under Dieter and Joey, and that's Deeter and Joey. And you can find things floating around, especially YouTube. There's a number of things up there too, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
Dieter and Joey, entertaining local musical artists. Stories about how one of these men won an Oscar, plus explosions and snow sharks. Stay with us on this Fish Fry Friday on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. Whether you're ready to work in the yard, tackle a project, or enjoy family time, we get you the right products at the right prices. Right now, Rewards members get a free $10 Blaine's gift card with a $100 purchase of Estate Fertilizer, 35-pound bags of Blaine's brand Golden Harvest Bird Food, $12.99, and get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you buy select bags of Hill's Science Diet dog or cat food. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Make this summer the best one yet. Let Fox World Travel plan your next family vacation. Whether it's a magical Disney escape, an all-inclusive resort in paradise, or a thrilling European adventure, we offer exclusive savings for your family. Enjoy exciting activities, educational experiences, or peaceful retreats where you can relax and recharge with our trusted partners like Globus Family of Brands, Disney, and Insight Vacations. Visit foxworldtravel.com or call 866-GO-FOX-GO to start planning your summer vacation today.
At the cross, Jesus let our evil do its worst to him. In love, he wrote himself into the story for us. He became a character with us to suffer our catastrophe. But death has lost its sting because Jesus Christ is risen.
Dr. Michael Ziegler, this week on The Lutheran Hour.
The Lutheran Hour, Sunday mornings at 6:30 on WTMJ.
Greg Mansick here for Holiday Automotive in Fond du Lac, where the March Mania sale is your ticket to score more. Holiday is the destination to get in on enticing offers and get more for your trade on a new Chevrolet, Buick, or GMC, or a GM certified pre-owned model. Then relax and enjoy the impressive selection and Holiday's transparent, simplified buying approach that makes car shopping fun and simple and pressure-free. You'll also win big with Holiday's warm, genuine guest care. It's the stuff that delights and makes fans of drivers from all over the Badger State, and I'm one of them. And I know from experience that you'll be in excellent hands with Team Holiday on your side. Proud and grateful to be Wisconsin's #1 Buick and GMC dealer based on 2023 Buick and GMC zoned sales records. Treat yourself to a test drive, find yours, and discover the difference. The March Mania sale at Holiday Chevrolet, Buick and GMC, Highway 41 and 23 in Fond du Lac, and online at holidaygm.com. It's worth the trip.
This is What's on Tap with Sandy Max.
Welcome back. This is a show devoted to culture and creativity in Wisconsin and around the world. I'm your host, Sandy Max, continuing this chat with Lake Geneva friends and creative collaborators known as Dieter and Joey. That is the name of their musical duo who create catchy comedic songs like Fish Fry Friday, also Bacon Bacon, We Be German, and Get Out of the Basement. The duo of Dieter Sturm and Joseph Kelnhofer join me on What's on Tap via Zoom. From music to the movies, Dieter, I could have introduced you at the beginning of the show as Academy Award winner Dieter Sturm. And Joey, you're nodding.
Yeah.
Quite amazing.
My real career in real life is a special effects coordinator for motion pictures and TV commercials. I've been doing that for about 40 years now. Yeah, that was a wonderful recognition to receive an Academy Award for scientific and technical achievement, which ended up actually being for creating the first biodegradable snow for the motion picture industry overall. We were used to use plastics and we used to use styrofoams and things like that and stuff. When you blow that all around on locations and sets, you come back, even though you try to clean it all up, it's still there years and years later. And I recognized that one time when we came back to a location and there was still all this plastic in the bushes and stuff. So yeah, that was a great recognition.
You're making the world a better place, Dieter.
Yeah, a little bit. We were just doing what we think is the right thing. The recognition was, totally out of the blue and quite a shock and quite a surprise.
What year was that award?
Back in the 95, I believe it was.
Did you get to put on a tuxedo and go to a ceremony?
We did the whole thing with the limousine and got all dressed up, the tuxedos and the gowns, and it was a very, very memorable night. And I got to meet Jamie Lee Curtis, who handed me the award. So that was very exciting.
That is. Have you stayed in touch with Jamie Lee Curtis or any of the other people?
No, we haven't and such. But it's funny because we did cross paths kind of indirectly a long time ago. We worked on a movie called True Lies with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis. She wasn't on set when we were working, but we did all the snowmaking and the winter creation in the beginning of the movie, which was supposed to be Switzerland, but actually we were in Newport, Rhode Island.
You made Rhode Island look international.
We did, yes.
For 40 years, you have been creating snow, blizzards, all sorts of other weather for commercials, for movies. What's some of your most recent work?
We just worked on something that's coming out a little bit now called Downtown Owl. Ed Harris is in it. That gets released, I think, in about 2 or 3 weeks from now. Hey God, It's Me, Margaret was just recently out, a Judy Blume book and movie. And then we go back to other larger and classic movies like Superman, Man of Steel we got to work on. One of my favorites was Fargo, the original Fargo movie. You betcha. And
there was a lot of snow in that movie.
Yeah, half the snow in that movie was actually man-made. My wife Yvonne, she's famous and notorious for being the one that actually made all the guts coming out of the wood chipper. That was a very famous time in cinema history. And,
it was. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and so we worked on over 100 motion pictures, several hundred, TV commercials. So we do full special effects: rain, wind, snow, fog, fire, explosions, bullets, mechanicals. But everybody ends up kind of with their own specialty, and ours ended up actually being snow and winter creation. So that's kind of what we're known for, even though we do all the special effects.
And Dieter, I have to think with the last name Sturm, people can remember that you create storms.
Storm, yeah.
That's a good one.
That is, yes. We've heard that one a couple times.
Sure. But Dieter, it makes my heart very happy. I've spent the past month talking a lot about filmmaking here in Wisconsin, and there's a real push called Action Wisconsin to bring more productions here with tax incentives and that kind of thing. And we've also, in our conversations on What's on Tap, talked about the wonderful phenomenon that is Bob Uecker, who chose to stay in Milwaukee. He could have gone anywhere. You've got Giannis Antetokounmpo, who could go anywhere, but really chooses to stay in Milwaukee. I love that you have this obviously renowned company. Productions from all over the world and in LA and New York are calling you for this, but you get to be based here in Lake Geneva.
That's right. I mean, there's nothing like Wisconsin. I mean, I grew up in Wisconsin. I'm a graduate of Wisconsin Lutheran High School in Tosa, and did a little stint with Marquette and with Milwaukee School of Engineering. And then I cut my teeth basically in rock and roll radio back in the 70s, basically starting from a janitor, working my way all the way up to promotions director. I had a chance to work with a lot of really talented people. I learned a lot of things. And then from there, actually, what brought me to Lake Geneva was the position of being the public relations director for Playboy. Then after Playboy, they kind of sold out, then ended up being the public relations director for TSR, which was the Dungeons and Dragons and the publishing and game company that's known worldwide. But in the same time, I was always one of these kid inventors that was always inventing, always building, always creating. And so that was always going on behind the scenes. And then when I had some opportunities to actually break loose, doing some, production work. Actually, it started from doing a special event in Milwaukee, the Pick and Save that was out on 27th Street on South 27th. The groundbreaking, we actually did a exploding mound of dirt instead of just sticking shovels in, and that got us on the front page of the Milwaukee Journal business section. It was a big success. A couple months later, the same producer called me and said, "Hey, can you blow up a TV set and a VCR for emergency TV repair?" I think if you're from Milwaukee, you've probably seen that commercial because that thing ran for years and years and years and years. And that was the very first commercial I ever did in my life. And that's where I got bit by the bug to try to work on film and video.
What a wonderful journey you've had. You warmed my heart by talking about getting into rock radio in the 70s. I mean, that was just a heyday for radio and creativity.
We had a good time back then and stuff. A lot of people in town know the name Steve Ewing. And Steve gave me probably my first really good start in commercial work, where we were doing these commercials called the Destroyer series, where we were actually exploding boom boxes and radios and stereos. We were smashing them. We were doing all these crazy things, machine gunning them, running them over with steamrollers. We had John Cameron Swayze with the tagline, "It takes a knockin' and keeps on rockin'." Steve was brilliant in directing those, and I got to do all the effects. That gave me my big break. We won all sorts of local and even national Clio awards from that series. There's huge talent in Milwaukee, the production crews in Milwaukee. I'd love to see the film incentives come into play and the film credits. I certainly would support anything and help anything to try to keep that moving, because there's a lot of great crew members and a lot of good talent in Milwaukee. We just need the business to, come.
He is Dieter Sturm, along with musician Joseph Kelnhofer, known as the musical duo Dieter and Joey. Stay with us for tales of what it took to get on the David Letterman Show and the creation of snow sharks. After this update from the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Jessica Gatzo.
Thanks, Sandy. A break-in at Mayfair Mall leads to a police chase through Washington County this morning. Wauwatosa police say they were called to the mall's Macy's store, where they found a Kia parked near the store's shattered glass door. Police say there were 3 suspects in the car, which sped off when officers arrived. The chase ended in a crash near I-41 and Highway 60. 3 suspects were arrested, and stolen jewelry was recovered inside the vehicle. A federal judge has granted a trial for Wauwatosa police officer Joseph Menza in the fatal police shooting of 17-year-old Alvin Cole. A jury will decide whether Menza violated the teenager's constitutional rights when he fatally shot Cole at Mayfair Mall in 2020. U.S. District Judge Lynn Edelman denied Menza's attorney's motion for summary judgment regarding a claim in the lawsuit that Menza used excessive force. Officer testimonies from the scene differed in whether Cole was holding a gun or pointing it at Menza in the 10 seconds leading up to Menza shooting Cole 5 times. Taking a look at the roads with your Johnson & Sons Paving Time Saver traffic, we've got some debris. It's to expect lane closures on 4145 north. That's going to be at Highway 145. Again, expect lane closures there due to debris. There's a crash on the exit to Hampton Avenue from 4145 south. And we've got another crash that's blocking the right lane on 4145 south at the ramp from Burleigh Street. Taking a look at your Storm Team 4 5-day forecast. Tonight, scattered showers and isolated thunder possible, a low of 36. On Saturday, early morning showers and mostly cloudy, a high of 48 by the lake and 51 inland. On Sunday, mostly cloudy with a chance for evening showers, a high of 45. On Monday, a chance for rain, cloudy and breezy, a high of 45. Tuesday, a chance for rain, more cloudy and breezy with a high of 42. Right now in Milwaukee, it's 39 degrees. I'm Jessica Gatso, Siding Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 6:33.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. With spring in the air, a young man's fancy turns to ceiling fans. And at BBC, he'll see all the best quality fans and their newest styles. The new fan electronics provide a great method of moving air, and with LED lights, they use less electricity than ever. We have fans in all sizes, from 24 to 96 inches wide, and their motors are warranted for life. At BBC, we advise you on the right fan for your needs, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. We're open Monday through Friday from 9 to 5 and on Saturday 10 to 4 and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue across from Sobelman's and Bachman Furniture, all near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
It's easy to think all money managers are pretty much the same. But at Fisher Investments, we're clearly different.
Different? How? You sell high commission investment products, right?
No. Fisher Investments doesn't sell any commission-based investment products.
Well, you must earn commissions on trades.
Nope, never at Fisher. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in our client's best interest. It's the highest standard of care for a financial advisor.
How do you know what's in their best interest?
We get to know our clients and then tailor a portfolio based on their goals and needs.
But you probably sneak in some hidden and layered fees.
No, we have one transparent management fee, structured so we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, you really do look out for your clients.
That's because our top priority is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement. It might be why most of our clients come from other money managers. Visit FisherInvestments.com to find out why investors like you switch to us. Fisher Investments. Clearly different money management.
Investments and securities involve the risk of loss.
At Erickson's Landscape Supply, we have durable, maintenance-free polywood patio furniture and #1 grade treated natural pine Amish-made patio furniture. And we also have a wonderful assortment of concrete benches, statues, and fountains available in a selection you just gotta see to believe. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less, plus a whole lot more. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection or stop on in today. He told us to load 4 yards into his 8-foot bed, but we knew that 3 full, honestly measured yards were going to fill his truck bed to the rim. After we proved that, he told us the other guys had been telling him he's been getting 4 yards in there for years. Honest measurements and honest folks who just want to do you right. So you come back. Erickson's Landscape Supply, high-quality mulch and stone for a whole lot less. Commercial or residential, visit ericksonslandscapesupply.com to see our entire selection.
What's on Tap with Sandy Max is back on WTMJ.
If you like sauerkraut with beer, the Danube Waltz brings a tear. It's almost certain, have no fear. You be German, you be German.
That is a reggae polka song by the Lake Geneva duo known as Dieter and Joey. I'm Sandy Max, and they are my guests tonight on What's on Tap, a show devoted to culture and creativity in Wisconsin and around the world, and their fun Fish Fry Friday song that you'll hear in its entirety at the end of tonight's show. That song was the gateway to get to know these Lake Geneva Folks, musician Joseph Kelnhofer and Academy Award winner for scientific and technical achievement, Dieter Sturm. And Dieter, you've described several movie and commercial projects that you've created, whether it's blizzards of biodegradable faux snow or steamrolling stereo speakers. Tell me about exploding bratwursts. You have even more of a colorful past of your journey that involves a television appearance or two.
Oh boy, yeah. Yeah, that ended up turning into a fun stint for this. Took place on the David Letterman show on Late Night with Dave. This quick story behind that is David Letterman was leaving New York to go on the road, and he was going to show up in Chicago to do his show live for 1 week out of Chicago. And he never leaves New York. So I thought, hey, it'd be a great idea to try to get some work. So I pitched a number of ideas to the producers of the show in New York, such things like maybe Dave opens the side door of the stage and, it's the Windy City. So there's things always flying past the doorway, just because it's the Windy City. Or maybe we bring the snowmaker truck down there and build a huge mound of snow and do, Dave's snow cone stand, where he's out there producing, massive tonnages of, snow for making little snow cones for a quarter. Well, they liked some of my ideas. They thought I was funny. And they said, yeah, we'll bring you on the show. It turned out where the writers said, no, you can't do that stuff. We write all the skits and the gags. So they came back to me and said, well, you're kind of a crazy, weird, offbeat guy. If we'd like to have you on the show. Just come up with some ideas. So it took quite a process to come up with exploding food and exploding appliances because you only have short periods of time to be able to actually do anything live on the show. I kept getting shot down over and over and over again. They didn't like this. They didn't like that idea, this idea. And I was actually having coffee with all the guys down at the coffee shop, which I normally go to in the morning. And I just was kind of actually distraught, and I said, what do they want me to do, like explode a bratwurst or something? And everybody started laughing. So I had a scheduled meeting that morning, and I said, well, how about exploding bratwurst? I'm from Wisconsin. And they just started laughing, and they said, send us some, test tapes and things. So I was blowing up pizzas and bratwurst and things in the yard here and sent them the tape, and they said, come on down, we're going to bring you, on the show. So it was supposed to be Chicago, and then Chicago got so tied up with, real celebrities and big stars. They said, well, now we can't have you on, but we'll bring you to New York. And I thought really that would be the last I've ever heard of them. And that ended up turning into 4 different appearances over the course of 2 years.
What a kick. I love that you get so exasperated and just throw out the silliest, most exasperated idea, and it's the eureka moment.
That's the whole thing that we're doing right now. That's, is it's all about creativity and trying to find, outlets. I mean, I came up with a few years ago, I decided to build the world's first and only jet-powered cheese wedge, only because I'm from Wisconsin. So I built this huge contraption that looks like a big cheese wedge that has a jet engine in the back.
Where do you get to use the first and only jet-powered cheese wedge?
Well, kind of around the backyard and in parking lots. And then I started taking it to car shows. It was called the Cheesinator, by the way. Then
where is the Cheesinator now, Dieter? You can't tease me like that. Where does it live?
Well, it lives down in Florida right now. This mega superstar internet guy by the name of Cletus McFarlane, who has millions of followers, called me up and said, I want to buy it. I love this jet-powered cheese wedge. I also had another body for it called the Micro Monster, the world's smallest jet-powered monster truck. And we did a deal. He sent the trailer up and bought it. So it's somewhere in Florida. And I've seen he repainted it. He still has the cheese wedge body. I know that. So I'm waiting for that to kind of emerge someday.
Look for Cletus cruising around Florida in the Cheesinator.
Yeah, right? That'd be awesome.
I'm Sandy Max with special guests from Lake Geneva, Dieter and Joey, Snow Sharks, and the full Fish Fry Friday song coming up on What's on Tap.
Your nose is for breathing. Your mouth is for eating. And if you're breathing through your mouth, it's not because your body wants to. It's because it has to, because your nose isn't working properly. And although you've lived like this, it's no way to live, and it's having a significant impact on your life. I know you know this, and I know that taking action isn't always convenient. But at Advent, we've done all we can to make changing your life for the better as easy as possible. I'm Dr. Madan Kandula. With tens of thousands of our patients, a thorough breathing triangle evaluation, along with a simple 20-minute in-office procedure called balloon sinuplasty, has opened their nasal passages, allowing them to breathe freely through their nose for good. And there's a good chance this procedure can do the same for you. We'll help you breathe through your nose again, and it will change your life.
Go to adventknows.com to schedule your appointment, because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
We find the best way to protect and uphold the reputation of our business is to hire good people and then take care of them. We really do love the people that work for us, and we care about what's in their best interest. And what that means to you is this: who do you really want on your job? Someone who's maybe underpaid or doesn't feel appreciated, might not have paid vacations or great work benefits? Our folks have all of these things and more. Vito and I make sure they feel appreciated, because happy people do happy work. There's a culture we're building here at Semper Fi that brings respect back to a very hard job. And that's why we know that our crews are going to do the kind of work that you expect. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry, Semper Fi.
AccuNet Mortgage is an equal housing lender. NMLS ID 255368.
Steve and Ashley heard our radio ads over the years, and when it came time to buy their first home, clicked on the blue button. One of our senior loan consultants, Brad, sent them a credit-verified pre-approval the same day, and then upgraded to a rock-solid, fully verified and guaranteed pre-approval shortly thereafter. They made a couple offers without success, and then Brad told them about AccuNet's new property-specific pre-approval, where we might be able to include those magic words, "no appraisal required." When they wrote their next offer, several $1,000s over asking to make sure someone else didn't end up sleeping in their dream home, their property-specific rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval included that most powerful phrase, "no appraisal required," and the sellers picked Steve and Ashley's offer over several others. If you think all mortgage lenders and pre-approvals are the same, think again. Go with a local mortgage lender that has the tools and know-how to help you win and save money too. Click on the blue button today at accunet.com.
Welcome back to What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Bacon, 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 bacon. We love our bacon, crispy bacon.
You're hearing a fun, catchy song by the Lake Geneva musical duo, Dieter and Joey. They are my guests tonight, and we've chatted about music, movie special effects, exploding bratwursts, jet-powered cheese wedges on wheels. And Dieter, we still haven't talked about your Snow Sharks screenplay.
Yeah, true. We have a full completed script called Snow Sharks. It's about 105 pages. And that actually stemmed going back, since we're talking about, Milwaukee and my roots from back there, back in the Larry the Legend days at WZUU Radio. So I was the promotions director at the time. So we were always coming up with ideas and skits and just fun things and such. And I came up with this concept called Snow Sharks. And I would actually make these black dorsal fins, and I'd stick them in snowbanks all around Milwaukee, like at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And then when you wake up the next day, it's like there's all these shark fins around Milwaukee. So Larry the Legend, as everybody knew, he was, a promoter and legendary. He just ran with the whole Snow Sharks thing and stuff. So we had Snow Shark repellent bottles that he was giving away on the air, and we had the Snow Shark Trackers manual. Listeners would actually call in giving their stories about their encounters with a snow shark. So a good friend of mine from Wisconsin here, Joe Martin, he is a nationally syndicated cartoonist. Joe is famous. He's actually in the Guinness World Record book as the world's most prolific cartoonist. He's done more than, I believe, 40,000 plus cartoon strips in his career. He's well known for Mr. Boffo. In fact, that's like in the front of the comics of the Chicago Tribune, and I believe he was in the Journal still, if he is or not. And Willie and Ethel and Cats with Hands, and he's got a lot of books and publications out. He used to be actually a writer for some TV episodes. I think it was like Rescue 911 and a few of those Unsolved Mysteries. And so Joe and I, got together. We were friends here in Lake Geneva, and we said, let's write this story called Snow Sharks. I went to him. I said, let's do it 50-50. So he and I actually, it took a year to write this script, and we wrote it at McDonald's every day. We called ourselves the Burger Office guys. So anybody that wants to produce a really great film, we've got a great. It's kind of, Snow Sharks is fun. It's not like a horror movie or anything. It's kind of an action adventure comedy. It's kind of like Tremors. I should say Gremlins meet Tremors in wintertime. If you can kind of picture that. It's just a great, fun story.
Dieter, it is such a joy to meet you and just hear creativity flowing. It is such a joy. And I just want to ask you one sort of serious question. How did the mild winter affect you? Were you more in demand?
Well, it's surprising. We thought we'd be really busy this winter, but I think right now there's a lot of things kind of looming in the production world. Last year we got nailed with the writers' strike, and then that coupled with the SAG Screen Actors strike. And so that knocked down everything for about a year last year. Everybody thought things were going to get busy again in January and February after everything got settled. But there's two more pending contracts coming up. It's the Teamsters contract, and then also the IATSE Studio Mechanics contract coming up and that ends in July. And we thought everything would get really busy, the first part of this year. But what we've seen now is a lot of production studios and projects kind of holding off to see kind of how that goes, because they don't want to start a production and then everything ends up going into a strike and shutting down. So surprisingly enough, things are just a little bit quiet when you would think that actually things would be busy.
Well, the good news of that is, Dieter and Joey, it means you can go full force on figuring out your reggae polka and more music.
Oh, we've got also some more coming up. We've got, paper towels. We've got also
Tuesday Taco.
Yeah, Tuesday Taco, Taco Tuesday, Hump Day Wednesday. So yeah, there's a lot more songs coming.
I am thrilled to learn more. And Joey, tell me, where can we see you performing some music? I didn't mean to go all on Dieter, but I love that the two of you are creating together. But Joey, where can we find you performing?
Actually, currently, I am not performing, doing more writing and in the back.
He's in the studio a lot. I've listened to a lot of the things that he's been working on and stuff, and some pretty incredible work. Yeah.
Well, I will definitely circle back with both of you. This has been a wonderful way to end my week, talking with the two of you on Good Friday, on Fish Fry Friday. You have warmed my heart. Happy Easter, gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Sandy. Pleasure. Thank you so much.
Dieter and Joey's Fish Fry Friday. It's the song you need to hear tonight, so get ready to sing along next on What's on Tap on WTMJ.
Join veteran political strategists Donna Brazil and Ana Navarro on April 9th for an animated political discussion at UWM Waukesha. Donna Brazil is a New York Times best-selling author, former interim chair of the DNC, and ran Al Gore's presidential campaign in 2000. Ana Navarro was national co-chair of John McCain's Hispanic Advisory Council and worked on his 2008 campaign. Presented by the Tommy G. Thompson Center on Public Leadership, a political evening with Donna Brazil and Ana Navarro at UWM Waukesha. Learn more at uwm.edu/ facebook.com/politics2024.
You've heard about the thousands of patients finally getting relief from chronic joint pain thanks to QC Kinetics non-invasive treatments. And here's one who was determined to avoid surgery. Meet Vicky.
The orthopedic surgeon said, well, you're going to need knee replacement sooner rather than later. I kept hearing commercials about QC Kinetics and thought, well, I'm going to check them out first.
QC Kinetics has treated over 20,000 patients like Vicky around the country. People who were told they needed surgery but chose a more natural, less invasive approach that uses regenerative treatments to help heal and restore painful joints with no downtime.
If QC Kinetics had not been what I expected, I would have gone through with the surgery, but I got so much relief, am now pretty much pain-free that I don't have to have the surgery.
Before going under the knife, you need to check out QC Kinetics. The consultation is free. Call today.
Call QC Kinetics, 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
It's Easter weekend, a very special family holiday. WTMJ's John Mercure here. I've got a special way to spend it. Don't cook and clean on Easter. Relax. Enjoy your family and the Good Friday fish fry at the historic Fox and Hound Supper Club, one of my favorite places. It's one of the best in all you care to eat. All other dinners are buy one, get one free. Order your favorite seafood, steak, pasta, the beef short ribs, prime rib on Saturday, and your second dinner's always free, even on Easter weekend. Desserts and ice cream drinks, they're great, and they're buy one, get one free. Sip on a hand-muddled old-fashioned, a fine bourbon, or choose from 100 wines as you dine in one of the 8 elegant dining rooms. The Fox and Hounds, right there in the heart of the Kettle Moraine Forest. It is a one-of-a-kind gem. Just off Highway 167, 2 miles east and in the shadows of the famous Holy Hill Shrine. The drive alone is spectacular. Reserve now for your Good Friday, all-you-can-eat fish fry, and your free dinner this Easter weekend. FoxandHoundsRestaurant.com. It's my favorite place, the Fox and Hounds.
And now, feast your ears. This is the song you need to hear.
Most blokes going to be playing at 10. These go to 11.
This is Dieter
and Joey,
and it's Fish Fry Friday. Turn it up now on WTMJ.
We worked hard all week just to get to this day.
It's the end of the week, and we're ready to play.
Bring us a beer or a brandy old-fashioned.
It's what we like to start with to get this meal happening. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. We're gonna eat some fish.
All we can eat, yeah.
It's all we can eat.
We loosen up our belt buckles.
It's our favorite treat.
With family and friends, we're gonna eat together.
It's Fish Fry Friday. Doesn't get much better. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. We're gonna eat some fish.
Choices and cod, haddock or perch,
Bluegills and walleye, whatever comes first.
it's your favorite pick, beer, battered, deep fried.
Baked or broiled, does it taste good inside? Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. We're gonna eat some fish.
Potato pancakes and applesauce.
With traditional sides at no extra cost.
Add some tartar sauce and some lemon wedges too.
Rye bread or dinner rolls in a basket for you.
We're stuffed to the gills, can't eat no more.
Sure, we tip our waitress before we hit the door.
We stumble and waddle across the parking lot,
hoping to get home without
seeing the cops.
Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. We're gonna eat some fish. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. Fish Fry Friday. We're gonna eat some fish. Fish Fry Friday.
Hey, Easter is Sunday. A wonderful family tradition is a delicious Good Friday fish fry and Easter Sunday brunch. WTMJ's John Mercure here, and I highly recommend the amazing Mind Chef restaurant in Hartford. The cod fish fry is all you can eat. It's just